What's up, guys? It's SBT Sports back with another video. Today, Gabe and I are going to tell you the biggest draft steals for every NBA team since the year 2000. We will pick the player who contributed the most to their team at a low draft pick, and all lottery picks will not be considered. With that being said, enjoy the video. The first team I'll do is the Milwaukee Bucks. This one is pretty easy, as their selection of the Greek Freak in the 2013 draft stands out. The Bucks selected Giannis with the 15th pick that year, and they're really reaping the benefits right now. He led Milwaukee in every single stat last season, earning his way to the Eastern All-Star and All-NBA second team last year. Good luck finding better value than that with the 15th pick. For the Boston Celtics, their biggest draft steal in recent history is Tony Allen. This one was tough between him and Avery Bradley, but the Celtics winning a championship with Allen was the difference. He made an immediate impact in Boston, becoming the team's best perimeter defender right away. His defense on Kobe Bryant in the 2008 NBA Finals was nothing short of spectacular. Tony Allen at 25 was a heck of a pick for the C's. For the Sixers, their biggest steal is Lou Williams. This man got buckets in Philadelphia, helping the Sixers make the playoffs several times during his tenure. Sweet Lou is one of the best six men in the history of basketball, and getting him at 45 was an absolute steal. For the Miami Heat, their biggest draft steal since 2000 is Josh Richardson at 40. As you can tell by their biggest steal, they haven't really had much success late rounds in Miami. Josh Richardson is a pretty good player in his own right. He has a real role with the Heat, and he could become a very good player someday. The Detroit Pistons selected Tayshaun Prince 23rd in the 2002 NBA Draft. This is arguably the best draft pick in Pistons history. He was crucial to the memorable Pistons squad of the 2000s. In his rookie season, Tayshaun wasn't a member of Rick Carlisle's rotation, only playing in 42 of their 82 games. It all changed one night in Detroit. The Pistons were trailing the series 3-1, which made Mr. Carlisle shake up the rotation. Tayshaun got minutes and made the most of them, and even dropped 20 points in Game 7 as they came back and won the series. A couple years later, the Pistons reigned supreme and won the NBA championship. Many of you remember the block by Prince, which sealed Game 2 of the 2004 NBA Eastern Conference Finals. He had a very nice career, earning NBA Defensive Second Team for 4 consecutive years and completing the ultimate goal of winning an NBA title. The Magic did very well in the 2008 NBA Draft, selecting Courtney Lee at 22. He averaged 8.5 points per game in his rookie season, which looked very promising. The Magic went to the NBA Finals that year, and Lee played big minutes. He missed a potential game-tying layup in Game 1, though, and was traded the following season. Following the Hawks' pick in the 2004 NBA Draft, they quickly knew they had a star on their hands. Jay Smooth soon became the star in Atlanta, averaging 19, 10, and 4 in his career year. He won the Slam Dunk Contest in 2005 and was named to the All-NBA Defensive Team and experienced postseason success in Atlanta. The Bulls made one of the best picks in NBA history with Jimmy Butler at 30. Make no mistake, Jimmy Butler is an absolute superstar. He is a 3-time NBA All-Star, won the Most Improved Player award in 2015, and has been named to All-Defensive Teams 4 different times. He also has one of the best work ethics in the whole league, and it gets praised by many. So yeah, Jimmy Butler was an absolute steal for the Chicago Bulls at 30. What were you expecting from the Nets? I bet you're expecting me to sit here and tell you about how Nenad Krishik is a great player because he's on this list, but he's not. The Nets just are having a lot of struggles finding talent deep in the draft, and this really shows it. For the Cavaliers, their biggest NBA draft steal was Carlos Boozer. He had a great first 2 years in Cleveland, averaging 15.5 points and 11.4 rebounds in his second season, but then nightmare struck for the Cavs. I could actually make a whole video on Boozer's free agency controversy in 2004, but to shorten it up for you guys, Cleveland had a team option for Carlos for the following season, but both parties agreed to decline that option and work out a larger contract. Carlos then backstabbed the Cavs, signing a 6-year, $70 million deal with the Utah Jazz. Boozer tells the story differently though, saying he never committed to the Cavs. Nonetheless, he was a 2-time All-Star and made the All-NBA third team in 2008. Swaggy P. Many forget the days he had in Washington, averaging 17 in back-to-back seasons for them. They even made the playoffs in his rookie year, going 6 games with King James Cavaliers team in the first round. Nick Young was a solid pick for the Wizards at 16. At 30 in the draft, David Lee was a steal. In his last season with the team, Lee averaged 20 and 12 and made the All-Star team, leading the Knickerbockers to the postseason. Maybe since Phil is gone, they can make it some more. For the Toronto Raptors, their best draft steal in recent memory was Morris Peterson. Wow, was this man fun to watch. His crazy shots and ability to score and defend led the Raptors to some postseason success and to himself being named to the All-Rookie First Team. He's one of those guys that you wish were still in the NBA, and he was a great pick for the Raptors at 21 in the 2000 NBA draft.
Peterson got it! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! Is it good if it goes? We got to check it out. If it's good, we're going into overtime. And a Hail Mary 3 by Mo Pete. I don't believe what I just saw. Onions, baby.
Danny Granger was the obvious choice here for the Pacers after wetting the bed on the Kawhi Leonard trade. They got Granger at 17 in the 2005 NBA draft. This man was a bona fide star for the Pacers, averaging 26 points a game in his All-Star season. Injuries unfortunately cut Granger's career short, but he was a very good player in his prime and a class act. Alright, that's it for the Eastern Conference. Now I'm going to give it to Gabe, and he's going to give you the Western Conference.
At 35th in the NBA draft, Draymond Green was gold for the Warriors. Not only has been a great weapon for kicking people, he is also a two-time All-Star and has just recently been named Defensive Player of the Year. This is sorta unusual. Kawhi Leonard was not drafted by the Spurs. He was actually drafted by the Pacers, but traded on draft night to the Spurs for George Hill. So we're gonna count it. At 15 in the 2011 NBA draft, most teams don't select a first-team All-NBA player and the Finals MVP. Clint Capella is the big man from Houston, who is good at catching lobs, rebounding, and blocking shots. He was picked 25th overall in the 2014 NBA draft. That is pretty late to get a starting center for a top 5 NBA team. 2008 NBA draft, the 35th pick overall to the Clippers. Do you know who it was? DeAndre Jordan, a great athlete, a monster on the boards, grabbing 14 a game the last 2 years, and you can't forget about his great free throw shooting. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden were all on the same Oklahoma City Thunder team at a time. You know who else was on that team? Serge Ibaka. In 2013-2014, he averaged 15 and 9. And to show how good he was at shot blocking, he averaged 3.7 blocks a game in 2011 to 2012. At 24th in 2008, this was a no-brainer. Hakeem Warwick was selected 19th overall in the 2005 NBA draft. He averaged around 10 in his first 4 years with Memphis. And yeah, it was a nice pick. The Nuggets got away with robbery after drafting Nikola Jokic 41st overall. If you keep up with the NBA, you see why I like this guy so much. He is a terrific passer. He averaged 17 and 10 last year on 28 minutes a game. I look forward to watching him and Paul Millsap in the front court for the Nuggets. The Lakers have been looking a lot better lately, and the predicted backcourt for this year is Lonzo and Jordan Clarkson. Zoe was picked 2nd and Clarkson was picked 46th. Wow. And he was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team. That is the definition of a steal. Minnesota. Well, their supposed steal was Nikola Pekovic. Drafted 31st, he played better than expectations, averaging 17 one year.
That's a steal.
But he never could be consistent. In 6 years, he never played more than 65 games. The last pick in the 2011 NBA draft was Isaiah Thomas. He is a great player in the NBA today, and to get him with the last pick is just mind-boggling. But they pretty much gave him up for pennies on the dollar, so I don't really know what to make of this situation. In 2003, the Mavs drafted Josh Howard 29th overall. The dude got buckets, averaging more than 16 a game the last 4 years with the Mavs, and he was an all-star. Now that's a bargain for the 29th pick. 15, 17, 17, 14. Paul Millsap was a surprise at the 47th pick. The versatile forward is a 4-time All-Star and an NBA All-Defensive Second Team. And like I mentioned earlier, he is now in Denver playing with Jokic. David West was selected 18th overall in the 2003 draft. Many don't realize how good he was when he was young. He averaged at least 18-8 for 5 straight years. Rarely do you ever find a star that late in the draft. Portland used the 19th pick in the 2001 draft to pick Zach Randolph. His third year in the league, he exploded, getting 21 more minutes a game from the year before. He averaged an impressive 20-10 double-double, and in the same year he won Most Improved Player. For the Suns since 2000, they haven't really came out with any real steals, but we had to come up with somebody, so we found Tyler Ulis. He performed.
Is there a height requirement?
He performed nicely in his rookie year with 7-4, and he was picked 34th overall. And his only highlight was the buzzer beater against the Boston Celtics.
Deal.
And that'll wrap it up, guys.
Alright guys, that's it for the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below if you think we missed someone or disagree with our selections. Also, I'm finding out something new every single day I make a video, which helps speed up the process. We have more great videos coming out to you guys soon. With that being said, thanks for watching. Peace.